Well, hello, and one more time, hello. Welcome to the Tao Manifesting Tarot, the most unusual tarot reading that there is available on the internet, to the best of my knowledge. And I don't ever remember a tarot reading like this ever. I've done tarot for over 20 years. I found out in that time tarot does not predict. It's not meant to. It's meant to focus on potential, your potential to manifest, your potential to make the pictures inside of your own brain, not a computer, not the AI, nothing. The minute that you give up that kryptonite called your imagination, the minute you give it up to a computer or technology, that's the beginning of the end of humanity. Because people are lazy. And if they don't have to do something, they're not going to do it. If they get some sort of machine or device to do it for them, they'll do it in a heartbeat. That kind of mentality has destroyed the economy of the world, certainly America. Born and raised in Detroit, I saw what happened when they brought in robots into making cars. 2 million jobs lost in less than 2 years, replaced by robots. Then we had Bill Clinton work out this world global trade situation so that corporations could go wherever they wanted in the world, and look at them take jobs out of the country. So the middle class has been under a tremendous amount of attack. You add to that attack when you surrender your imagination, your kryptonite, being able to manifest. You contribute to that situation. And we're not here to do that. We are here to help you manifest. You make the pictures in your mind. You make the movies in your mind. You are creative in your own mind. Manifest from your spirit. And you got your work cut out today, because the idea, the theme of this reading is round and round. Round and round. Going in circles. And apparently, we can't stop ourselves. We're just going around like a rodent in a cage. What were the hamsters? Man, they run on those things. They go nowhere, but man, they're working like hell. That's what we do. That's what we've always done, because that's what we've been trained to do. The people who have the money have made it very clear they're in charge, and they set up our government. They set up our school system. They set up our medical system. They set up every single system to their advantage. Not yours, not mine. In fact, they laid it out absolutely crystal clearly. Meyer Rothschilds, the head of the Rothschild banking empire in Europe and the world, in 1803, he said, "You can do what you want with government. Let me control the economy." Because he knew if he had the money, he would control the government, and that's how it worked out. And in fact, that's how all of their plans to subdue the peasants have worked out. Very, very quietly, behind the scenes. Just give me control of the money. Give me control of the economy. Give me the Fed. Give me the Bank of England. I'll control government. And that's the way it works out. So what we do here is we take tarot, which is the power of potential, and we add in the power of astrology, numerology. I've done tarot for 20, as I said, astrology, numerology for 50. Tarot is the science of potential. Astrology, numerology is the science of cycles. So we're going to talk more and more about that as time goes on. But the point of the matter is, I add in astrology and numerology where it applies, because it allows us to set the table for the meal that tarot offers. Remember, it's potential. It's not guaranteed. It's potential. But the astrology kind of lays it all out for us and gives us an opportunity to really kind of dig in a little bit. And that's what I want to do right now. I have been mentioning over the past week or so something that's very important, and yet a lot of people would slide over. We have all of the large planets in friendly relationships to one another, except for one. That's Jupiter. I'll get to that in a minute. Pluto's in Aquarius. It's an air sign. Neptune, Saturn in Aries, in a fire sign. Uranus in Gemini, in an air sign. Those planets are very favorably tied together. Does that mean good things are going to come from it? No, it just means that the energies are working together. It can be done for good or bad. Now we have Jupiter just now moving into Cancer, which squares the planets in Aries, the Neptune and Saturn. And here's where it gets a little crazy. Neither Neptune nor Saturn really is comfortable in Aries. Aries is boisterous, into fighting, into individuality, into energy going forward, yang energy pushing. Neptune's not like that at all. Neptune is fog. Saturn, steel bars. Well, steel bars and fog don't match at all. Then you have Jupiter in Cancer with this emotional stuff. And even, you could even say nostalgia, Cancer nostalgia, that kind of thing. None of it fits. So you have people just pining for going back to the good old days. Please, let's go back to the good old days. But conditions won't let them. That's the Saturn part. And Neptune sure as hell doesn't give them an idea how to get there. So they're lost right now. Although you have the other planets in great situation. And in fact, as I mentioned, Neptune and Saturn are in great relation to Pluto and great relation to Uranus. So this confusion is just like oozing out of our pores. And the situation is slowly getting more and more difficult. I saw a meme just the other day, and I brought it up here on my screen just to kind of run down the ideas here a little bit for you. I thought the guy who wrote this, I think he calls himself The Official, something like that. Anyway, he wrote a list of things that really pinpoints the problem for us right now, not really knowing what to go, how to go back to the past, even where to go, even if we got to the past. He says, they've killed your presidents. You didn't care. They attacked the USS Liberty. You didn't care. They dropped the Twin Towers. And the latest information from outside scientists and pilots is that everything that they told us about 9/11, everything is a lie. But you don't care. They've killed millions with bioweapons. You still don't care. They blackmail our politicians. And again, you don't care. And so the official says, I'm just curious, what do you care about? That's the point. That's where the astrology comes in. You got this Saturn and Neptune sitting together in Aries. It wants to push forward, but it has no idea why it's pushing forward, no idea where it would go, even if it could push forward. And now in the news we have this thing going on about ice in LA. I can tell you right now, I've been through enough, and you have as well. They burnt down huge sections of LA. Was weather geoengineering, something that they've been working on, by the way, since World War II. That's not enough to wreck the city, so now we're going to start this big stuff in, where they have to call in the troops. Again, turmoil, conflict, turmoil, conflict, turmoil, conflict. That works for the people in charge. So we're going round and round and round with no change. We're just fooling ourselves. As the official said, at what point do you pay attention? At what point do you really care? Let's take a look and see what the tarot is saying today, huh? They got some interesting things to get, though. This is the format. We got 3 places open. We got a little place for the messages for you. Let's begin with card number 1, 4 of Wands. Stability, peace, home. That's what we're looking for. We're looking, again, that goes to that aspect with Jupiter squaring Neptune and Saturn in Aries. We want to find home. We want to go back to the good old days, but we don't know how to get there. And frankly, we're not even entirely sure what the good old days are. There's a confusion. That's what we're looking for, that 4 of Wands energy. And so far, no stability, no peace, no home. Next card, Knight of Wands. Knights always bring gifts, and this knight brings confidence and courage, but takes a lot of work. We got those tough astrological aspects that keep fogged in. We can't see the forest for the trees. We feel it, but we can't touch it. And frankly, a lot of us aren't even really trying to do much of that anyway. We've been lied to so many times that maybe we've just given up. Maybe we've surrendered. I don't know. Third card, Seven of Swords. Here's the one that I like. You're not buying the story anymore. You're not buying the bullshit. You look at LA and you go, okay, here they burned down the city. Just a chunk of it, but by no means all of it. We have to create more turmoil, because when we create more turmoil, things are in flux. When things are in flux, nothing gets done. That's exactly what they want. That's exactly what they want. As the official said, they've killed your presidents, they've attacked USS Liberty, they've dropped Twin Towers, killed millions, blackmailed politicians. We don't do a damn thing. Except I think the MAGA people are getting tired of the Trump stuff. They want to see him produce more. So maybe that will give them the Seven of Swords energy to find the truth. He's got 5 swords. That's his set of truths. And the 2 swords in back are his decision to leave. I'm not playing the game anymore. I'm not believing the story anymore. I'm not going round and round anymore like a hamster. I've had enough. Speaking of having enough, that's it. We're out of time. All we get is time and choices. Be very wise with both. Sit back, watch, realize that they've lied to us so many times. The odds are that what you're seeing, what you're hearing, is also a lie. It's been orchestrated to keep you uncomfortable. And when you're uncomfortable, you're not worth a damn. Not to yourself or anybody else. So that wraps it up this time around. Please like and subscribe. I work very hard to bring you the very best, concise, intelligent information, thoughtful. You don't always have to agree. It's not important that you agree. It's important that you think. And that's what I try to do with the tarot combination. So please like and subscribe. Back tomorrow with another Manifested Tarot. Between now and the next time you and I do this together, peace and blessings.